They not eating the cats or eating the dogs, but what they are doing is burning election ballot boxes, purging thousands of U.S. citizens' votes right before Election Day, even though the National Voter Registration Act says there should be no mass purges within 90 days of an election, and attacking poll workers for correctly informing people not to wear political gear in a polling place. So with that being said, with the election coming up right around the corner, let's talk about what to keep in mind when heading to the polls and how to make sure your vote actually counts this season. I'm Legally Hype, and this is TSR Newz. First of all, if you've ever been in jail or caught a felony, you may still be eligible to vote. For example, in 23 states, including Pennsylvania, Utah, California, Virginia, and Minnesota, voting rights are automatically restored for former felons. In 15 states, which include Arkansas, Georgia, Louisiana, and Texas, voting rights are restored after completing your full sentence, which includes probation and parole. Then you have some states with really specific conditions like Florida, Mississippi, and Kentucky, where voting rights are automatically restored for certain crimes, but not all. And states like Maine, Vermont, and DC never revoke voting rights, even for incarcerated individuals. Second, know the rules on campaigning. One big one, there's no campaigning within 100 feet of a polling place, or 75 feet if you're in Connecticut. That means you cannot wear campaign apparel, hold up signs, or try to influence others' votes. Point blank period, there's no politicking at the polls. Third, no voter intimidation or harassment. Look, let's just keep it peaceful, okay? It's illegal to intimidate or harass people while they're voting. That means you can't be out here questioning people aggressively about their vote, or spreading misinformation, or trying to influence somebody to vote a certain way through force or fear. And if you happen to see anything shady like that going on, make sure to report it right away to poll workers. Fourth, no ballot selfies, okay? Now, I know some of us love to post any and everything, but taking a photo of your marked ballot is a no-no in many states. And this rule just protects voter privacy and prevents any influence tactics. So while it's cool to take a selfie with your I voted sticker, keep that ballot private, okay? And fifth, for safety, leave any weapons at home. Even in states where open carry is allowed, bringing firearms or any kind of weapons to the polls is illegal. Poll workers and officials can step in and handle any kind of situation or disruptions if things get a little too tense or too active. Let them handle it. Now, how to track your ballot and make sure that it counts. After you voted, you also need to make sure that your vote was counted. Recently, in states including Oregon and Washington, an arsonist lit ballot boxes on fire, damaging hundreds of ballots right before the election. And while officials were able to identify a very small number of people's ballots and get them replacement ballots, it's still some people out here who don't even know that their ballots may have got lit up. So track your ballot. Many states now offer online tracking systems for mail-in or absentee ballots. So just go to your state or your county's election website, enter your information, and you can see if your ballot was received and counted. Reach out to local election offices if your area doesn't have online tracking. You can call your local election office to find out your ballot status, and they can let you know if it was counted or if there were any issues. There are also national and state hotlines for help. Try calling the National Election Hotline at 866-OUR-VOTE. Or look up any state-specific hotlines. They're there to answer your questions and help you make sure your vote was counted. For provisional ballots and for anyone who used a provisional ballot, keep an eye on it, okay? Your state or local government should have given you a way to check its status. But contact election officials to confirm that it has been counted. Timing is everything. There's usually a small window to resolve any issues with uncounted ballots, so please don't wait. Track your ballot as early as possible and follow up promptly if you notice any issues. Each state has its own rules and options for tracking, so double check your local election office for the most accurate information. Remember, your vote is powerful, so make sure it counts, and let's make this election season count, because it's a lot on the line.